So in the last video we set the player. So now we're gonna clamp the value if we select the select the shift and select the move tool. So we if we around here over here we're gonna clamp the value. So this is -8, okay, -8, and I guess this one +8, yes, +8. So I'm gonna clamp the value between 8 so to clamp that you have to go to the update function, okay, update function. In the bottom we can say math f, you have to use math f, okay, math f dot clamp, okay, math f dot clamp. So mathf dot clamp. So this gonna take three arguments. First the value, first means the current which position you want to clamp, and you have to assign the minimum and maximum, minimum and maximum value in between those, okay. So firstly I want to clamp the x direction, okay, this direction, this x direction, a transform dot position dot x, okay, this transform dot position dot x I want to clamp. So what we gonna do is transform dot position dot x. So we will clamp this, okay, x position we will clamp of this shift, x position we will clamp of this, and after that we have to specify the minimum. So if I move it over to here, as I can say 8, okay, 8 and 8 and +8, around +8, and this is -8. So in between, okay. So select the shift, I'm gonna move it to center 0, okay. So I am gonna select -8f. So minimum is -8f and the maximum is 8f, okay. So this is, so we need to set it to we need to store it into a floor, okay, we need to store into a float value, okay, float float equal, we gonna call it clamp value x, clamp value x equal to this, okay, clamp value x equal to this, okay. So now right now what we can do, transform, okay, transform dot position equal to transform dot position equal to transform dot position dot x equal to, sorry, this will be dot x equal to, sorry, this will be dot x equal to clamp value x, okay. No, this will be new vector 3, okay, okay. So transform dot position equal to be new vector 3, okay, vector 3 x for the x, I will use clamp value and 0f on the y, 0f in the z axis. If I control s and head back to Unity, you will able to see that this clamps, this won't go a -8, and from here 8, okay. So let's see what happening. It's compiling the code, just wait a bit, okay, completing domain, wait, okay. So if I now hit play button, we will see that it won't go outside the window, okay. Okay, we set it to 0, okay. So we are not going this, and we are not going this, okay. So what we need to do over here, we just need to do whatever is we're gonna put it over here, transform dot position dot y, and transform dot position dot y. Okay, firstly we are saying we want to clamp the clamp the this position. Okay, I want to clamp this x position of the player. Okay, x position of the player. So this mathf dot clamp takes which position you want to clamp and specify the minimum and maximum value of it. So minimum is minus a minus, if I do minus a minus, as you can see, minus a approx minus 8, and here approx 8. Okay, so this is, and we whatever we doing, we storing into a float. Okay, now this position, okay, now this position we are storing into this float. Okay, x position, this x position we are storing into this clamp value. Now the current position, transform dot position. Okay, current position, now current position equal to be a new vector 3. As for the x, I am using the clamp value x, which is restricting the player, and transform dot position dot y, current position of y. Okay, current position of y, and transform dot position dot sorry, this will be z. Okay, this will be z, transform dot position dot z, the current position. So what we just changing, we are changing the just x position, which is clamp value x. Firstly we are clamping the value and then storing into a float, and then we are replacing, we are changing in the just only x direction, but we are in the y direction we are setting is the current position of y. Now this is y position of current position of y, this is, and current position of z also this is. Okay, also this is, so this is, so transform dot position equal to this. Okay, and control s on your keyboard. So uh, so we will able to see it won't go outside of the window. Okay, so if I just play, over here, transform. Okay, transform dot position dot y is referred to current position of the spaceship. Also the transform dot position dot z is the current position of the z of this ship current position. Okay, and we just only changing the we are not changing, actually we are restricting between two, we are just clamping between two, these two units. Okay, so if I now play, as you can see, it's cannot cannot go outside the screen. Okay, it cannot go outside the screen. That's great, that's great. So I'm gonna unplay this. Cool. So right now what we will do, we will, whenever we gonna click the left mouse button of our mouse, we're gonna shoot a projectile, or a bullet, whatever. Okay, so to do that, we need to again go to the player script. Okay, we will make a function. Okay, over here. Okay, over here, to make a function, first you have to type void. Okay, void, and then you have to name the function. It's up to you what you gonna name, but it should be relevant, so I'm going to name it void shoot. And you have to put these brackets. Okay, put the first bracket and the curly bracket. Okay, void shoot. Okay, uh, if I go to update function over here, I'm going to check if so this is if condition. Okay, if condition, and we have to make curly brackets also. I'm going to just explain what is if condition. Let's say 2 is equal to 2. If it's, is it true? Yes, it is definitely true. So if it's true, then whatever you write in this, in between these curly brackets, it will execute. Okay, it will execute. If, let us say another example, 5 is greater than 2, right? Is it true? Yes, it is also true. So though so whatever you write in between curly brackets, it will execute. Okay, it will execute, but the condition in parenthesis should be true. So instead of doing this, we gonna check input dot get input dot get mouse button down. Input dot get mouse, we are checking all of the input. If the get mouse button down 0, okay, this means input, we are checking all of input and get mouse button down. If we are pressing the mouse, if it's 0 means the left one. Okay, 0 means the left one means the right one. So 0 is the left one. So if we are clicking the left mouse button, okay, left mouse button, then we will call this function. Okay, so you have to write shoot over here. Okay, shoot over here, shoot over here, and control s. Whatever shoot function will call, and whatever you write on shoot function, it will execute. Okay, so let's say we gonna firstly we gonna check if it's working or not. Well, we have to just do to print out a message, we need to write debug. Okay, debug, debug dot log, let's say shoot. Okay, shoot, let's say shoot. Okay, so what we doing, if, okay, if input dot get mouse button down 0, if we are clicking the left mouse button, this shoot function will call, and shoot function will call, and in this shoot function we saying debug dot log this message. Okay, shoot will print out on console. Okay, firstly, if we are clicking the left mouse button down, left mouse button, then this function is calling, and this function has debug dot log shoot quotation, and control s on your keyboard to check that. Okay, cool. So so we need to go to console to see the message. Okay, you can also do like a print. Okay, you can do print, but in Unity we just do debug dot log. Print also will work. So go to console. Okay, console, we where when you click your left mouse button, you will able to see the message over here, shoot. If you cannot find the console, so you just go to window. Okay, then general, then you can see console, control shift plus c. Okay, that will bring up the console. Okay, so if I now play the game, okay, if I now play the game, I will able to see the show. If we click the left mouse button, we will able to see the shoot message over here. As you can see, shoot. If I clicking the left mouse button, as you can see, shoot. So I can shoot. That's great. That's great. So we are shooting. So instead of printing out message, we gonna shoot a projectile. Okay, shoot a projectile or bullet or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna unplay this. Okay, unplay this, and go back to hierarchy. Okay, hierarchy. So we're gonna make a bullet. Okay, we're gonna make a bullet. So to do that, go to hierarchy, right click, 2D object, sprite, and then select the square. Okay, select the square and make a size by selecting this rag tool, make a size a little like a bullet, okay, like this, okay, this much, this is good. Select the move tool, set it here if it's look like okay, like over here, okay. Select the rag tool again, make it size, select the move tool. Also you go to sprite renderer. If you want to change the color, you can do also by go to color, select that, and you can choose any color you want, but I think the white is okay, okay, the white is okay, so I'm going to leave it, okay, I'm going to leave it. So I'm gonna also gonna add a box collider to this bullet. Firstly we need to rename that. To rename, what you can do, right click on that and then rename, okay, but you can also do by select that, okay, go to inspector and over here square you can change it to like bullet, okay, bullet, bullet, okay, bullet. So this is our bullet, so this is our bullet. So I'm gonna add a box collider 2D, okay. So if the bullet collide with something, so it will let us know what we collided with the bullet, okay. So we need to add a collider. So go to select the bullet and add collider, search here for box collider 2D, and you will get the box collider 2D, okay. You can also edit the collider over here, edit collider, you can edit the collider, but it is fine for now. So I'm gonna just unclick this, okay. uh, uh, and this is great. Also go to assets folder, okay, assets folder, right click, create, and then folder, okay, folder, name it prefabs, okay, prefabs. Oh, and double click it on prefabs, drag the bullet. So what we done, we made a prefab of this object, means we made a copy of this object. If I now delete from this scene view, okay, if I now delete from this scene view, I can drag it from there, okay. So it saves the bullet, okay, like it has box collider, all of the component that we since we added, okay. So this is great. We also make prefab of this shape, because if we lost, we never gonna recover that, so we also gonna make it prefab, so we will have both of them as a copy if we just lost in this in view, okay. So in this shoot function, so I'm gonna delete the bullet, okay. Oh sorry, I'm gonna delete the bullet from scene view, okay, scene view. So I'm again going to open up the player script once more. I'm again going to over here this message is triggering, right, okay. But we want to instantiate those we want to instantiate. If I open this bullet, sorry, this bullet, I want to instantiate this bullet. This is also a game object, so we need a reference of this game object, okay. So we need to go to the app, create an empty game object field, public game object, I will call bullet prefab, okay, bullet prefab, and control s, okay, public game object bullet prefab, bullet prefab, and control s to save that, and head back to unity, okay. head back to unity head back to unity. It will reloading the domain, just wait for completing it, okay, just wait for that. If I see select the shift, now we have empty field of bullet prefab. What we can do, we can drag that bullet prefab into that slot. Now we have the reference, okay, now we have the reference. So what we gonna do, we're gonna instantiate, okay, instantiate, or we're gonna spawn the bullet from this point, okay, from this point, okay, from this point. So we're gonna write, so select this, select the ship, and right click it on it, create empty game object, okay. If you create empty game object and drag that to over here, okay, and name it fire point, okay, fire point or shoot point, whatever you name it, whatever you can, and select any gizmo, select the boss icon over inspector, and I'm going to select the yellow one, okay, yellow one. I'm gonna drag it little bit up, okay. This fire point is a child of this shift. If I move the shift, okay, shift, if I move the shift, the child also move with it, because we made the fire point child of this shift, okay, by right clicking on it. Also you have to do, just select the overrides over here, you can say, you see, uh, overrides you can see here. You just have to do apply all, so it will apply to what in this prefab also, it will change the safe in this prefab as well you can see in that, okay. So so we're gonna spawn from this position, okay, this fire point position, we're gonna spawn the bullet from this position, okay. So we also need a reference of point, okay, we also need a reference of this point. So we're gonna create an empty reference point of that, okay. So after, like, say public, okay, public transform, I will call fire point, okay, fire point, okay, fire point, and control s on your keyboard to save that. Head back to Unity. We will have over here empty slot of transform position of that position, okay, of that position. So we need to drag that into that, okay. So so okay, so now we have that transform point. So what we can do, we gonna drag the point up there, okay, point up there. Now we have reference of that point, okay, now we have reference of that point. So double click it to open up in Visual Studio, okay. To spawn something, okay, to spawn something we have to use spawn instantiate function, okay, instantiate function. Instantiate function takes three arguments. First, what we want to spawn, we want to spawn this bullet prefab, okay, bullet prefab. And the second things instantiate takes is the point where you want to shoot out, or want to spawn the bullet prefab, okay. And the third thing is need a rotation, okay, rotation. So what we gonna do, we gonna instantiate the bullet prefab, okay, bullet prefab. And the second thing gonna takes where you want to where from you want to spawn the bullet prefab. So we want to spawn from this fire point, okay, fire point, okay, fire point dot position, okay, fire point dot position. And the third thing is need the rotation, okay. So we don't need rotation, okay. So what we can, if we don't need rotation, we have to write quaternion, okay, quaternion dot identity, okay, and close that with semicolon, okay. So this has done, okay. So that's good. So instantiate takes three arguments. First, the bullet prefab means if I head back to Unity, it will compile for a bit. Just wait for compiling it. Just wait for compiling it. Okay. So we want to instantiate this bullet, okay, this bullet, okay, this bullet. And where from where this fire point of this fire point. So we have those reference set up. So we drag it that bullet, means this bullet prefab. Okay, so we are now good to go. So this will create. Okay, so control S on your keyboard to save this. Okay, so if I overwrites over here, and then apply all you have to do also. Okay, so now if I play the game, if I play the game, it will shoot out bullet. As you can see, it shoots out bullet, but bullet doesn't don't have speed. Okay, we have to add a bullet script. So what we gonna do, we gonna add a script to the bullet. Okay, select that bullet. Okay, bullet, select that bullet, and add component over here, and name it bullet. Okay, new script, and then create an add. Okay, create an add. Open that up on Visual Studio as well. So the bullet gonna move to the up, right, up direction. So what we gonna do, bullet. So we gonna also add rigid body to the bullet. Okay, we also gonna add rigid body to the bullet, and we need to set it to we need set to our gravity scale to 0. So what we gonna do, select the bullet, add component, find here rigid body 2D. Okay, rigid body 2D, rigid body 2D, and the gravity scale. Okay, set that to 0. So the bullet won't fall down. Okay, for the, and collision detection to continuous. Okay, continuous. So so what we gonna do, we need the rigid. So what we gonna do, firstly we need the rigid body of this bullet. So what we gonna do, rigid body 2D. Okay, rigid body 2D we will call RB. Okay, RB. In the start function, this start function call one time, and the update function calls every time. The start function call when the game start, just one time call. So what we gonna do, RB equal to this dot get component in this quotation, write rigid body 2D and close that off by brackets. So what this does, we are saying that by this script. Okay, by this script, by this bullet script, we are accessing the rigid body 2D. Okay, we are accessing the rigid body 2D by by this bullet script. We are accessing the rigid body 2D. Now we have link of that rigid body. Now we can set up the velocity of that rigid body. So we're gonna say RB dot velocity dot y. Okay, dot y equal to let's define a variable over here. We will make it public so we can edit it in the inspector, adjusting. So we're gonna do public. Okay, public float. This will be float. We call velocity. Okay, velocity. Okay, RB dot velocity equal to be velocity. Firstly we will create a vector 2. Okay, vector 2, we will call this one, sorry, not this one, this one we will call speed. Okay, speed. Okay, we will call velocity equal to, we're gonna set it to RB dot velocity. Now this velocity, RB dot velocity. Okay, RB dot velocity, we are putting RB dot velocity into this velocity variable. Okay, into this velocity variable we are putting RB dot velocity into this velocity. Now we can customize the velocity dot y equal to speed. Okay, what we are doing, firstly, so we rb dot velocity, okay, we are putting into this velocity, and then we are going to